Welcome to this demonstration for TAISK. The first thing I do every morning is check my phone. And usually it looks something like this. It's even worse when I log into my computer. Dozens of notifications for unread emails, Slack messages from the team, new calendar invites, Google alerts for industry updates, articles, posts, social media analytics, overdue invoices, and demo requests. It's totally overwhelming. And the problem is each of these notifications represents a task. Some of them are quite small, like moving a marketing email to spam, but some of them can be quite large, like dealing with customers asking to reschedule their meetings or a colleague needing help understanding a new product feature. And this is just me. Imagine how many tasks there are across an entire organization. How many hours are spent answering questions and putting out fires? The Harvard Business Review estimates that the average employee spends anywhere between 2.5 to 4 hours per day responding to notifications and dealing with these types of tasks. That's up to 20 hours per week, or in other words, 40 to 50% of their paid work experience. To me, that feels like a bit of a waste. But it hasn't have to be this way. The solution being shouted at us from all directions is to use AI. Okay, oh great, but what does that actually mean? Do we look to replace our people with agentic AI robots? Let our employees use free AI tools like ChatGPT, or maybe there's another way. I'm Alex, the CEO of TAISK, and we are thinking about AI and how it can help organizations a little bit differently to everyone else. To help demonstrate this, I want to tell you a story about a typical company called Flower Pots Limited. Working there, we have our two main characters. Bill, a time-poor manager who regularly works from home, and Ben, a recent graduate, enthusiastic, but new to the industry. So let's imagine a typical day. Manager Bill wakes up to a phone full of alerts and notifications. He's already got a busy day planned, but this means he's going to have to rush to make his partnership meeting at the golf course later on. Meanwhile, in the office, Ben gets an angry email from a customer, and then another, and then another. There is a crisis brewing. Ben is getting more and more anxious. He tries to help the customer. He's not dumb, he's super keen, but he is new to this game. Meanwhile, the customer notifications keep on coming. Ben tries to get hold of Bill, but Bill is currently otherwise engaged. Ben's feeling pretty overwhelmed and decides to act. He searches through the database and after a few hours thinks he's found the answer. He emails the customer and is met with silence. The next day, and things haven't gone to plan. To be fair, the proverbial has hit the fan. Ben accidentally was using old documentation with out-of-date product features and rates. It's resulted in a monumental F up, and the customer is now incredibly unhappy. Bill, Ben's manager, gets it in the neck. He's asked why wasn't he there to support Ben, and now he's upset and the whole team is affected. But with AI, that needn't have happened, right? Well, let's look at option one, agentic AI. Many companies have tried replacing employees with AI to mix results. At TAISK, we started in the agent building space. We've built dozens of agents, and on paper they work great, but they are inflexible. They can be very good at specific automations, but they're not good enough to replace the human experience. In our story, Bill would have no Ben. The AI would reply almost immediately to a customer inquiry and would likely provide a pretty good response. But let's say the customer asked for a follow-up call or a video meeting. Now the agent would struggle. Also, building agents isn't cheap, and the training and maintenance of agents is still prohibitively high for most organizations. So let's look at option two, free AI. Ben, having recently graduated from university, has a free ChatGPT account, and he started using it at work. Now, this is not unlikely. ChatGPT has around 800 million weekly users. It's free to use and incredibly accessible. And I wouldn't be surprised if most of your teams are using it every day. But why is that not such a great idea? Well, Ben gets an email from the customer and it immediately uploads it into the app. He copies and pastes it across. He also uploads company documentation, product information, and a contract to prompt a better response. The AI will do a good job. It will likely accurately find the problems and draft an email. Ben can then copy and paste that and send it to the customer. He's happy, customer's happy. And weeks go by, And that content's been uploaded is being used to train and enhance the OpenAI models. But this is the same for any free AI tool that you might use from either Google, Perplexity, or for Claude. Aspects of it, however unlikely, could be regurgitated and reappear in another office in another country. So what's happened is Ben has inadvertently fed sensitive company intellectual property into the biggest data black hole that has ever existed. You can get from OpenAI things like enterprise plans, which reduce the risk, but you could be looking to spend as much as $60 per user per month. So let's look at another option. TAISK. This is Bill's phone. He's woken up in the morning and he's seen he's got all these notifications. But he's not stressed. He logs into TAISK and within minutes, he's got the AI drafting email responses, rescheduling meetings, and summarizing and prioritizing his Slack messages. Bill has now got his time back. Those 2.5 to 4 hours every day that he was losing to admin are now his. And he can use that time to talk with his team. He can call up Ben and say, how's your morning meeting? And Ben might say, well, actually, funny enough, I had this funny email coming from a customer. But I dealt with it. I'll tell you what I did. TAISK. This is Bill's phone. He's woken up in the morning and he's seen he's got all these notifications. But he's not stressed. He logs into TAISK and within minutes, he's got the AI drafting email responses, rescheduling meetings, and summarizing and prioritizing his Slack messages. Bill has now got his time back. Those 2.5 to 4. So Ben's come into the office. He's found the email in his inbox. And again, he's not too worried about it. He's got TAISK. So he simply asks TAISK to look at his emails and find the right email, the one that's got a complaint. He doesn't need to copy and paste anything here. It's all simply integrated through this typical dashboard. Throughout, the AI has explained to Ben what it's doing. This means Ben is constantly in control. The AI will tell Ben when it's got the information it needs, it's found it in the file, the right information to solve the customer complaint, and it can ask him to send the email across to the customer. Ben says yes, so it does. No stress, safe, easy, and secure. Now, this is just one example. It's really a single use case using only a few tools, so Google Email and Google Calendar. But TAISK can utilize any large language model and just about any application. That's why we think it's going to change. So Ben's come into the office. He's found the email in his inbox. And again, he's not too worried about it. He's got TAISK. So he simply asks TAISK to look at his emails and find the right email, the one that's got a complaint. He doesn't need to copy and paste anything here. It's all simply integrated through this typical dashboard. Throughout, the AI has explained to Ben what it's doing. This means Ben is constantly in control. The AI will tell Ben when it's got the information it needs, it's found it in the file, the right information to solve the customer complaint, and it can ask him to send the email across to the customer. Ben says yes, so it does. No stress, safe, easy, and secure. Now, this is just one example. It's really a single change people's experience of work. It's going to make every single person in your organization more efficient, more productive, and more connected than ever before. But that's because for us, AI is not about replacing people. It's about gaining a tool that enhances the human experience for collaboration, for conversation, problem solving, by taking care of all of those mundane tasks and giving people their time back. So let's explore how TAISK works. TAISK is made up of 3 components: instruct, infer, and act. The instruction is how the user interacts with TAISK. We use large language models and natural language processing to enable chat. This can be either typed or it can be voice, so you can speak to TAISK. You can access it on your desktop, laptop, tablet, or on your mobile. Once TAISK receives an instruction, our proprietary inference technology called Inflex understands what that instruction means and decides which tool it needs to complete it. Now, this happens all behind the scenes in seconds. This is the real magic at the heart of TAISK. The best way to visualize it, I think, is like a Swiss Army penknife. For most people, all the different blades and tools are a mystery. We know they're good at something, just not a clue what. TAISK does the decision making for you. It understands your goal and decides which tool is best for the job. Instruct, infer, and now TAISK can take action. TAISK uses understanding what the users asked, checks the tools available, and takes the actions. Thanks to a new enabling technology called Model Context Protocol, or MCP for short, the tools that TAISK can work with include everything from a user's email account to another business system like Stripe or your CRM. With MCP enabled, TAISK can help the user do anything a person could do, from tidy up an inbox to writing reports based on data. TAISK is a piece that completes the puzzle. With TAISK, you can confidently give every member of your team an AI system with PhD level intelligence and awareness, capable of assisting your team with their tasks. It gives a graduate experience way beyond their years, soft skills like helping with writing emails in a empathetic fashion for those who need them, and hard skills like writing reports based on real data analysis without the hours of learning different systems like Power BI. In effect, TAISK is taking care of all of those notifications we get every single day. It's freeing teams up to enhance the human experience. As of today, TAISK is ready for your people. And with our newly launched MCP capabilities, with Google Suite available from today. Next up is a suite of Microsoft applications set to land by the end of June. Our full roadmap will be published shortly, showing how we intend to continue adding more and more applications and tools most valuable to you and your teams. Thank you for watching this presentation. If you would like to learn more about TAISK, please visit taisk.com, where you can also book a meeting with a member of our team for a live demonstration. Thanks again, and talk to you soon.